Hi, my name is D.England. This is Business 343, Employee and Labor Relations Final Presentation. Slide. We are discussing Grievance Discussion Case 3, Safety Gloves Discharge with Just Cause. Employee Aaron McNamara of the Barrera Recycling Company, a 20-year employee with Local 37, United Paperworks International Union, was transferred from the Long Beach facility to Los Angeles location in January. Her primary work activities included handling bundles of newsprint bound with plastic straps. She would cut these straps and place them in the baling machine. In addition to handling the newsprint bundles, she also had to sort loose paper, tin cans, and bottles. Sometimes these materials would arrive on site with broken bottles. Tin cans had sharp edges, and so due to these conditions, it was very necessary that she wear her safety gloves. From the date of her transfer in January until October, there were 6 or 7 verbal reprimands regarding her work performance and including safety issues. On October 28th, she was given a disciplinary 3-day suspension. And as the general manager at Barrera on December 9th, after another instance, she was fired. Next. So for this position, I am the general manager of Barrera Recycling Company. I would like to put emphasis on the importance of safety gloves, the posted sign in the lunchroom, the verbal reprimands that she was given, the 3-day suspension due to multiple work performance and safety issues, the written disciplinary notice, the fact that no grievance was filed for the suspension, cover just cause, and also cover the causes for immediate discharge included in the contract agreement. Slide. The importance of safety here is that employers must provide a safe work environment, supply safety materials, and ensure that safety policies are followed and equipment is properly used. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration has issued both safety standards and specific standards for certain industries. They are to establish clear policies, communicate them to the employees, and enforce that these policies are met. The company provided safety gloves, hard hat, and glasses. Due to the nature of the job, including the broken bottles and sharp metal edges, gloves were to be worn. Notice was posted in the lunchroom where everyone could read the policy, and the company did hold safety meetings. Slide. On 1 or 2 occasions, the employee was reprimanded regarding sleeping through safety meetings. 2 occasions were because of failure to wear safety gloves. 1 occasion was not wearing her hard hat, and another occasion was not wearing the proper eyewear. On the final conversation prior to her suspension, she was caught reading Sports Illustrated on duty. Next. So due to the repeated occurrences of her work performance and the safety issues, McNamara was given a 3-day suspension. Her disciplinary notice contained the following warning. Should you violate any Barrera policy or regulation during the next 12 months, you will be immediately discharged from Barrera employment. No grievance was filed protesting this suspension. Next. So to cover just cause, employers must determine just cause. Proving just cause, an employee considers factors such as if an employee acts to violate any policy, if fair investigation was conducted, and whether or not the violation was considered serious. It is commonly accepted that there are 7 tests as to whether a boss has used just cause in their decision. The employee was adequately warned. Employer's rule was reasonable. Management investigated, and it was fair and objective in the investigation. Was there substantial proof for guilt? Were the rules or orders applied even-handedly? And was it related to seriousness of the offense? Next. So for further justification, and proving just cause includes that if an employee acted intentionally, which we have seen that the employee did, had been warned recently for committing similar violations, which she had been reprimanded on numerous occasions, we prove that the just cause were met. So of the 7 violations that were met on the previous slide, we prove that the general manager had given her adequate warning. The work environment were related to the safety issues. All instances of the violation witnessed by the general manager, therefore the investigations were fair and objective. The penalties were applied even-handedly as no other employees were caught without their gloves. The penalty was reasonable to the offense because she did have the past record. Next slide. So included in the contract provisions per Article 20, Section 1, which included the causes for immediate discharge, of those 14 causes that a person could be immediately discharged for, Aaron was in direct violation of at least 5. Disobedience, neglect of duty, neglect to comply with plant rules even though they are provided where they can be seen, sleeping on duty, and reading books and magazines on duty. Next. So in support of the research here, a similar case where an employer was justified in terminating a supervisory employee after the employee had repeatedly violated company policy. This is evidence that discharge is appropriate when company policy is violated repeatedly. And another example where a 37-year employee fired for cause, the employee had a discipline history. The example further justifies that with a discipline history, that's enough for just cause. Next. So for the plan of action here, we had various occasions where she was verbally reprimanded. We had the 3-day suspension. There was the written disciplinary notice. The disciplinary notice stated that there would be 0 tolerance for further instances, and upon the next occurrence, McNamara was in fact discharged. Next. So in conclusion, I would like to reiterate that she had the proper safety equipment. She knew what the rules were. She chose not to follow those rules. She was warned multiple times, and she still did not follow those rules. So that does prove that we had just cause, and for that reason, she was discharged. Thank you for your time.